Hey, what's going on, fam? Kurt with Caribeque. So today we're going to continue in our wild game series, and I'm going to be making cast iron seared elk with Jack Daniel's mushrooms. Shout out to Mike at Grill and Hunter on Instagram for helping me out with this recipe. Let's go. So here are the ingredients for the recipe. We have an elk loin that I cut into about 1/2-inch medallions. We have our extra virgin olive oil and AP rub that'll be going on there. We have some whiskey, about 2 to 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. We have some fresh rosemary from outside, just a couple sprigs. And we have some butter and white mushrooms that I cut in half. You'll see the next steps. All right, we brought everything outside. So I turned my grill on. I have everything on high. Now we're gonna turn the middle burner on low and turn off the outside 2 burners. So once again, we have the middle burner on low, medium low, and 2 outside burners off. And we're gonna go ahead and add our cast iron skillet and let that preheat. So we're preheated. I added some butter to the skillet and a little bit of olive oil. The reason we add olive oil to butter is so that your butter doesn't turn brown. Olive oil has a higher burning temp, which just makes it all better. Gonna let this get hot and then put our steaks on there. Here we go. We're gonna take our elk steaks / medallions that have been rubbed down with AP rub and go ahead and stir them off. About 1.5 minutes per side. If you go a thicker cut, you wanna go a little bit longer. Gonna go ahead and get these done in 2 batches because it's a smaller skillet. If you have a bigger skillet, you can get it done in 1. Let's stir these off on both sides and we'll be right back with the next steps. We're getting near to the first 1.5 minutes. On the first side, want to go ahead and add some of that minced garlic, add some of our rosemary sprigs, and go ahead and flip your steaks. Getting a nice color on each side. We'll be back with the next steps. All right, so both sides have been seared for 2 minutes each. Let's go ahead and remove these medallions of elk and put them on the side to rest. And let's go on to the next step of doing our Jack Daniel's mushrooms. For our Jack Daniel's mushrooms, we're gonna add 1 or 2 more pats of butter and all that goodness from the elk loins to the bottom of the pot. We're gonna go ahead and take some of our whiskey and deglaze the bottom. Then we're gonna add our mushrooms. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells incredible. So we have our Jack Daniel's mushrooms being sauteed in all that goodness from the elk loin and some butter. We'll be back with the next steps. So after our elk medallions rested, I went ahead and sliced up a few so you could see that we did keep them at a medium rare temperature. We added those to the Jack Daniel's mushrooms, and there we have a complete meal all in 1 skillet. Like or comment below. Let us know what you think. Once again, Kurt with Caribeque, out.